Good morning. Welcome to the Media Speaks live Sunday show, makeup for yesterday's show. I'm Nick Fury, leader of S.H.I.E.L.D. Okay? Captain America, he's out of here. Okay? He said he was going to have Courtney Driver on yesterday. Didn't happen.
You gotta be professional.
Thanks, Batman. I'm glad you're back, Batman.
No problem.
Welcome back to the show, Batman.
Thanks for having me, Nick Fury.
Yeah, sorry I missed you yesterday, but obviously I had to take over and actually get Courtney Driver on the show. Please welcome Catwoman, Courtney Driver.
Hello.
Hello, Catwoman.
How's it going there in Canada?
It's going all right. Working on about 2 hours of sleep. So the movie's done. I don't know how we're gonna air this because it's too large of a file to go on Vimeo, and YouTube won't allow me to upload it because it says that it's too long. However, I currently have a video up there that's 50 minutes, which is a little bit longer than what it is. And now I'm trying to upload it directly to Facebook, so I'm sure that with all their infringement copyright laws that this should be interesting.
Yeah, good luck with that. How long in duration, minute-wise, is this video?
It's about 48 minutes, just a little bit under 50 minutes.
Do you have any strikes on your YouTube account?
No, not on my YouTube, but I don't know
Have
about
you ever
YouTube.
gotten Have you ever gotten a strike on any of your videos? Have you ever received
have I
a
ever?
strike? Yeah.
For the Operation Paul one, for sure.
You got a strike?
For the operation, yeah.
Why?
Because of the music. Yeah, and then I had to say to them that it's music that I already purchased, that it's stock audio, but I think that it was more of an issue that people were just trying to get it flagged to get it off the thing, similar to the other one.
Yeah.
With the waterboarding issue. So.
A lot of competition. Got to bring in the best.
So yeah, so I don't know what we're gonna do now because it's not uploading anywhere. So I don't know if there's a reverse screen share.
We thought we were gonna preview the movie and hype it up. Yesterday we played the trailer. We're all really excited for this movie, The Seventh Seal.
You're telling me I haven't slept, so I was getting it all edited.
I think that's great because I like how you're kind of loopy today.
I am a little bit loopy. I put some more paint on. So yeah. Anyways, but yeah. So basically, it's the first time also that I ever used Final Cut Pro, and I'm not gonna say that I enjoyed it because, well, first of all, you can say because half of the movie I've edited on my PC and a program that I'm used to using, which is TrackAxe, and the capabilities of Final Cut Pro just weren't there, and at the same time, so anyways, I tried to put it the best together as I could, so we'll see how that turns out. Well, turned out, whatever.
Well, it sounds like it turned.
So, yeah.
It sounds like it turned out with a gigantic file size. You can't upload it anywhere.
You'll have to convert the file. You'll have to use some sort of BAT file converter and lower that size to get it onto YouTube or onto BatTube, which is my website.
Oh, and FYI, you guys were really hilarious yesterday, and when I was working, it was very entertaining, so it was too bad.
Yeah, that Captain America guy's a crack up. Too bad he failed on his mission, and I'm sure he had to take over. What can I tell you? Hey, are we joined there? Who is that? Is that Supreme Leader?
Hello, D-Lake.
Oh man, I was afraid of that.
Is that Nick Fury?
I hate that guy.
Yeah. I got your dossier, pal. We got a lot of issues with you and being the
gentlemen.
Just an update. It seems to be at 62% for Facebook upload, so stay tuned.
62% on Facebook upload. I don't know how many views you're gonna get on that.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it if you go on Bad Book as well, which is my social network. thebatbook.com.
Anything to get it up today, right? Because you said it was going to be today, and I mean, you're kind of like the ACA, you know, it's going to be out October 1st, but there's going to be a bunch of glitches. It's not really going to work all the way, and you know, it's going to bottleneck.
It's ready. It's ready. I don't have the
Yeah,
platform.
well, that's what the programmers kept saying. You know?
Yeah.
What is this, the Affordable Care Act movie?
Can you tell us a little? Can you tell us a little bit about the movie itself, Courtney?
Oh,
you die
man.
of laughter. Can you get into a little bit of the plot? Can you? Well, if it was on DVD, what would the back of the DVD say? Because I mean, if you look at the back of my movie, The Avengers, and you know, I always make cameos in like Iron Man and Captain America and all the other Avengers movies. I even show up like I don't know in the Hulk or whatever.
Snakes on a plane.
Yeah, I mean everything. Well, that's Sam. That's the black guy that tries to be me, but whatever. I mean, come on. You know, I still get royal. You know, I get a cut of that, but if you look at the back of my DVD, The Avengers is like awesome. Everyone loves it. No one dislikes it. I mean, what does the back of your Seventh Seal movie say?
Actually, it's not funny at all. I'm laughing now just out of tire, whatever. But it's actually a very heavy subject. And actually, while just to give you a quick intro, what made me want to create this movie was because at one point I saw it was a video clip, and it was one of theoretical physicists that I put a lot of weight into is Michio Kaku.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, and I found this video clip of him talking about this solar flare that was headed towards Earth, and like I don't know, you want to call it it's ISON. Anyways, and it's supposed to be we're going to be able to see it coming this November. And anyways, not to give away too much of the plot of the video, but basically it's just going on a what if, because it's like I feel an obligation, if I have information to share it, and for good or bad or whatever. So basically it's, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst, because if you wait too long, then it's already over. So it's always good to have an open mind, and just basically what we're all doing is trying to inform people and get the survivalist instincts kicking.
Well, do you believe that the Supreme Leader and the New World Order is just letting us do this, and you're just being allowed to do it, and it doesn't have anything to do with all your amazing skill or ability? It's you're being allowed to do it. Do you have any belief in that? Like, we think we're making a difference in alternative media and spreading the message, but and doing it on the internet and on Facebook, but we're just being allowed to do it by the Supreme Leader.
No, I think that we are making a difference, the ones that are awake, and because just to give you an idea, right? I went down such a rabbit hole trying to put I mean, we've all been down the rabbit hole, but I mean, the way that I was trying to tackle the Seventh Seal, because obviously there's a huge religious aspect to it, right? So the thing that I didn't want to do is either beat people that aren't Christian over the head with religion, and people who are in religion trying to communicate ideas that are not religious or whatever. And at the same time, I didn't want it to be typical in the fact just string a whole bunch of videos together showing how Obama is pretty much the Antichrist, and just not go anywhere new with the video. I wanted to.
Yeah, we've seen that.
Yeah, so my main goal when I was putting this together, the Seven Seals, is just there's nothing wrong. It separates the people who are good and bad, so it actually helps make my job easier. So, but basically, instead of just going. Not for me. I think that, anyways, there's a lot of issues with the Antichrist.
The supreme leader likes the anti. He seems to think he is the Antichrist.
Well, then that's cool.
Can you tell us why? Can you tell us why this movie is called The Seventh Seal?
The seventh seal is because in the book of Revelations, that is the Bible, it's foretold that there is a script that has 7 seals on it, and it's kind of a countdown to Armageddon, to the time where God, Jesus, whatever you would like to use as the name, comes down and passes judgment on everybody. Good, bad, and indifferent. And even if you're indifferent, don't fool yourself, because this is, not doing anything or not subscribing to one or the other sides. You're still making a decision, right? And so, anyways, not to go too religious, because, like I said, I made a conscious effort not to make it the final product. Because, like I said, when I was researching the information for the film, I started off just searching stuff related to the 7 seals and to God, and not trying to scan into one specific thing, like just God related to Obama or whatever, just general idea. And I got so much information, I was overloaded. Actually, with all the editing and stuff that I did, unknowingly, I actually have created three videos, and I had to stop myself, because at one point I was going down one path and I had to go, no, this is great and I can cover this, but not right now, because my focus has to be on exactly this, the 7 seals and what have you, right? So, but there's.
So you were kind of getting spread. You were kind of getting spread over all around the map a little bit, and you had to rein it in, reel it in.
Yeah, because I was trying really hard not to make it about Obama, because I think that there's a lot of videos already about Obama. I think we all know about Obama. And the other thing too is I think that there's a lot of religious videos out right now that are trying to either, bat you over the head with this or bat you over the head with that. So,
well, look, I know exactly what you're talking about, because, originally the first draft of the Avengers was pretty much basically all about Nick Fury. It was all about me, right? And then I was like, don't you think we should have a little more Tony Stark, a little more Hulk, maybe let Thor get some of the action, So I assembled my Avengers team and the Avengers Initiative and everything, and brought those guys in, just so it wasn't all about me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so it failed also to upload to Facebook.
Oh.
So,
I don't want to say I told you so, but I said good luck, right?
So.
You'll probably have to export that video into a different format with a lower file size.
Yeah, you're gonna have to shrink that, baby. It's gonna get all ugly looking just to be on Facebook, or just to be on YouTube, probably. How is 48 minutes too long? I've seen videos hours long. How is that too long?
I think it has to do with your account. My account's relatively new, and I don't think that, unless I could send it to you guys and you could upload it to yours, I don't know.
We can do that.
Maybe
you have to get on the Bat internet and the Bat FTP or something. Batman, is that something you could handle?
I think the guys from the Media Speaks could. My main thing is justice. So I don't know about me, but maybe Kyle or D-Like could do that. No problem.
Yeah, I'll get a hold of that guy. See if he can help. Yeah.
You see, I think for YouTube.
If Tony Stark, if Tony can't get it onto YouTube, I don't know who can. Okay.
That's true.
I have all those guys at my disposal. Where's my phone? All I gotta do is call them up, and I don't even have a bat phone.
I'm looking to see if maybe it tells me the maximum size that we can upload, and I'm not seeing a number. I know it used to be 2 gigs, but maybe it's gotten better.
Okay.
Courtney, can you tell us? Can you tell us a little more?
Yeah. Well, right now I'm currently uploading, exporting it as just a regular file. Hopefully, I'll be able to send it to you guys, and you can upload it on your account. Yeah. So.
Yeah. You got this, Supreme Leader? Are you back? Hey, Supreme Leader. The video failed. Courtney's video is failing to upload everywhere. I'm dying to see the movie. Can't wait to see it. I mean, I know you probably want to see it just so you could, you know.
I don't want it to be released. I'm actually responsible for having problems. So.
Yeah. You remember when your computer was giving you all those problems, Courtney? You got the Supreme Leader right there to thank for that.
Thanks, Supreme Leader.
Yeah,
I hate that guy.
is working very hard for me right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, their website crashed. That was probably from Courtney's movie.
Yeah. They're all shaking up.
Bastards.
So this is turning out to be an interesting The Media Speaks.
Sure it is, sure it is. Well, Courtney, it sounds like you've been so busy, like eat, sleep, edit, repeat, and yeah, so you probably haven't had too much time to find out what's been going on in the news or check out The Media Speaks or anything else like that, you know, I mean, you've been so busy, but have you seen anything in the news lately that you want to talk about, that you want to get to? Any issue? And I mean, how does that tie into your movie? I mean, what do you got?
Well, actually, exactly this. The main thing that sparked my urgency to make the movie, and the only thing that I've really been checking out is exactly this ice and this solar flare that is supposed to be passing very close to Earth. And
now, who is it again that predicted all this? This solar flare? I mean, NASA? Who's got the trajectory on this?
The issue with it, right, is because, like you'll see in the movie, but I guess I'm going to have to start talking about it, is, first of all, with everything that's going on, I mean, we have right now, like, a perfect storm, right? Everything is brewing. I think everybody has this sense inside of them that something is, like, off, right? You know? And, I mean, with all the liberties and the freedoms that have been taken away in the States, with the growing threats, like overseas, the war, practical war in Syria, and you know, also the launch of the new $100 bill. Because the other thing that really got me started was when the government shut down. I don't know how this affected you guys, but this was like a wake-up call. Not a wake-up call. I'm already awake, but I mean an even bigger wake-up call, because I was watching some of the things when they were at the council, and they were just bypassing, like the Congress. They were actually standing up and saying, whoa, why are you doing the government shutdown? You're not allowed to do this. We need to have votes and everything like this. And every time there was one man who was there well prepared with these huge like billboards with the laws blown up to show the court, and they were just refusing it one after the other. Oh no, we made a special thing. So it was like, okay, if they really have no respect or thing for the law at this point to this extent, because I mean, from what I was reading, there's a whole bunch of people in the army. They weren't getting paid. All these different places just shut down. You know, not a complete shutdown, you know, but something needs to be rearranged, you know, and they needed the time and the government to be shut down in order to create this. And then, and right before they did the government shutdown, I think it was something like they took $4 trillion out. I have to get the videos, but basically there was like another lump sum taken out right before Obama was preaching the thing about the debt ceiling. And then I just had like these flashbacks of 9/11 right before that they were doing something. Is exactly this. Rumsfeld, he came out, oh yeah, by the way, there's this much amount missing, like $2 trillion or something, and you know, and then a little bit after that, there was.
And you're seeing a lot of stuff that kind of looks like history could be repeating itself, and you feel like it's brewing into a perfect storm of something could be happening soon.
Yeah, I think that there's either two options that they're preparing for. I think that there's one that's either there's one situation where it's a natural disaster, and then the second situation is if it's some sort of attack overseas or whatever. Because there was another clip that I got of Janet Napolitano, and this was right before she was let go. And she was trying to. She was literally warning people that there might be, or could be. Actually, she said that there's some sort of internet 9/11, if you will. And then I was like, since when, are you going to be sharing this type of information? And then she was let go after that, and then she sent out a release form to the person who was filling her place to be on the watch.
Yeah, I think she stepped down.
Well, that's
she
why
wasn't
the internet
relieved
should
of
be
duty. She
controlled.
stepped down to. Yeah.
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 So,
Well, it sounds like it is to some degree because Courtney can't get her movie on there. I mean, Batman. What are your thoughts, Batman?
Every time that Supreme Leader guy talks, I just couldn't disagree with him more. You want to shut down the internet? I'll shut down you using justice. Because that's what I believe in. And I do agree with Courtney. I think something's being planned. I think that they are going to try something on the internet. And maybe the NSA hacked its own website. Maybe they do these things as an excuse to try and put more controls on us.
I think it just exported.
Yeah, very funny, Supreme Leader.
Okay, I got it to export. It's exported.
Okay.
So now I just have to send it
For how
to.
long?
It's 48 minutes and 25 seconds.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to make sure that gets uploaded. I'm excited to see that movie. It sounds like it's going to be bat-tacular. Bad puns, really, get me going.
Hey, Batman, is there a email or something that you could send to Courtney where she could maybe send that?
Yes, absolutely. I'll send you some information.
All right.
Awesome.
It's gonna be bat encrypted. That's pretty awesome. You like the way I always assemble everything, and I'm like, come on, Avengers up, Avengers assemble. Hey, can you talk a little bit about the music that's in the Seventh Seal? Are we gonna hear any Steve Grant, or did those guys help?
Yeah, well, they were in the midst, but I think that they were also having difficulties also. So it will be released separately. I guess whenever that they get it finished. But yeah, because exactly this, like I was saying, the movie ended up being 3 parts, right? So what you're gonna see now is just the first part, and I have clips and stuff ready to to follow up. So I'd say in all there's going to be three.
It's like the Lord of the Rings. You filmed them all at the same time, but you release them separately.
Yeah, so it's kind of like where this film takes where this one ends, then the song that goes with it will start on the next one. I don't know.
Oh yeah, to be continued. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Okay.
Like the Left Behind movies, but better.
Hopefully.
And Courtney, your Infowars video got so many hits. Your Operation Paul Revere and so much attention. I thought it was really great and awesome. Batman, I didn't know you drank Budweiser.
I drink Brewed in Gotham.
Yeah, okay. Courtney, my question is, did you ever receive an email or a phone call from Infowars?
No, I haven't. I haven't received.
You haven't heard from them yet?
No. And
yeah, me either.
I have thus since developed different opinions and what have you about this situation. I don't hold any how to say it just to give you an idea, right?
No hard feelings or what?
Well, it's just a couple of different things that ended up happening, and I just like, regardless if it's InfoWars, if it was anybody else, it would just give me a red flag, and it would be weird. Just to give one example, right, is that like out of InfoWars and out of doing the Planet InfoWars and stuff like this, I'm pretty close to Melissa Melton and Christy Hightower. And the thing is that I was a little bit upset because when I put together the Operation Paul Revere video, I had also sent down they're like hoodies, right? And I had made them with all their names and like this like Planet InfoWars logo that I made and stuff like this, right? As kind of like to thank you and everything. And they never got it. But not all of them. Like some of them yes, but others no. So, you know, anyways. Something.
It was delivered but not distributed properly, huh?
And the thing is that I know that to receive them because in one of the video clips I see Alex Jones, he has the thing on the back of his seat.
Ah.
That's weird.
So in any case, I think
that I told him you were part of Al Qaeda.
Yeah, but you know, it's like I'm not out the window of, you know, different things could be like miscommunication or misunderstandings or whatever.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, you never really know.
The thing
Hard
is,
to say.
yeah, so, you know, if whatever in the future, like I said, everybody on Planet InfoWars is awesome, you know, so to me, we're not going to conquer or do any good, you know, if we're not working together. So we're not all on the same, you know, it's like a musical thing. Like everybody is there each note, and you just, yeah. Hey.
Yeah. Hey, Courtney, I actually know that Anthony Court of the Media Speaks was talking about coming on today. I don't know if the Supreme Leader can get a hold of him, but I know he had some questions about the film. Anthony Court, if we could get you on, jump in right now.
Channel.
Check out.
We're live. We're live, so it's Supreme Leader. You think you could get a hold of Anthony Court there for us?
I mean, it's broadcast right now.
Looks like he's Robo Supreme Leadering.
I do not believe you guys are Chris.
I think Courtney Driver has a point, though, while we're waiting for that. You know, as Batman, I defend Gotham, and I can't defend the entire country like Captain America can. So we need Batmans in all the Gothams of the country. And, you know, InfoWars might be a big outlet, and they might reach a lot of people. But we need Batmans in every city, all over the place, defending justice and fighting crime.
Yeah. More Steve Grant and Courtney Drivers and D-Lake for Prez and Sam I.B. the Ganges and running for the House. And a big shout out to all our Media Speaks fans and friends. And everyone who likes Nick Fury and the Avengers. And of course Iron Man and Captain America and Thor and the Incredible Hulk and Black Widow. And I don't know, not everyone likes Hawkeye, but he's alright.
Everybody likes Batman.
He's kind of a jerk.
Except for that
No,
one
Batman's
time.
cool, I mean.
There's the one time I had to make everybody hate me. But, you know.
Yeah.
That's over now.
Batman is actually the best in the series because it's very rare that they can make the sequel to the movie, and it's, in my opinion, it's maybe as close, if not a little bit better than the original, which is very rare.
The original with Adam West?
Yeah.
I love Adam West.
Hey, check this out. We're joined by Anthony Court of the Court Report. Anthony, welcome to the S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters, taking over the Media Speaks episode. Today we actually have Courtney Driver on. Captain America couldn't get it done yesterday. There she is, and you told me in a private conversation on the helicarrier that you, in fact, had a bunch of questions for her. Go ahead there, Court.
Hold on one second. Hey, great to be on the show, guys. Sorry I lack a good costume. Am I coming through okay?
Yeah. You look just like Anthony Court. I mean, I think that's a pretty good costume.
Yeah, we're already superheroes. God damn it. Anyways, excuse my language. I know we're talking about kind of religious things this episode. I'm sorry I didn't submit anything for the film. I'm kind of lagging. You said Steve Grant didn't submit anything, so if I could submit something along with them or something else, that'd be great. I'm sorry.
I think they're still working on theirs. Is that right, Courtney? Or
He submitted for the interview, like not interview, but question, whatever you want to call it. But like I said, I had an information overload, and all the video clips and all the information that I got, it's turning out to be 3 movies, right? So this is kind of like a preface to what the next 2 were going to be, right? It's kind of setting the stage. So all the interview sections will be in the next one.
So it's a nice way of saying that you didn't use any of our stuff.
Well, if I still have time to...
Actually, I did. Just
It's in the next one. It's in The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, go ahead, Anthony.
Well, we're in the prequel to the sequel. No, I'm
well, you're in this one also,
but no.
But it's just not.
No, I'll submit something if it's not too late. But I've just been kind of overwhelmed with certain things at home, and not only that, but with the MediaSpeaks.com putting out certain information. And you've been doing, from what I was watching the broadcast, and I heard you say all the editing you've been doing. I can completely relate to that. Sometimes you feel like your eyes are going to cave into your head and dry out like to a crisp. So I commend you for doing that. I understand that. After seeing Kyle's interview, being 30 minutes, I was like, wow, they're going to have a hell of a time putting all these together. But
no, they were all.
I like that guy, Kyle.
Awesome.
He's a good guy.
Oh no, me too. He's great. Hey, Batman, what's up, Batman? Go ahead, Courtney. Sorry.
No, it's okay. All of the videos were awesome, and especially like just taking the time. It means a lot because I think that it's important that we're out and we're doing our own thing, right? But at the same time, it's kind of like a lighthouse, to kind of have a
like a bat signal.
Yeah, like a bat signal. So it's I think it was awesome. So yeah. Mm-hmm. It's trans.
That's great. Did you? It's too bad we couldn't be joined by the Invisible Man, who I saw on the show yesterday. Also, Sam DeGanji today. So he had a lot of supportive words. I'm sure you saw on the broadcast if you watched it. Beyond that, I just have to say what you're doing here. What is the basis of the whole David Icke contest? I didn't really. Just explain that to me a little bit more. I'm not quite familiar.
Yeah, the David Icke situation. It's well, I was already wanting to put this video together, if it has the opportunity, because right now David Icke, he's launching his own. It's called the People's Choice, and it's a whole bunch of branches of like the People's Programming, the People's Choice, I think there's People's Art. Basically, is that he's trying to, really reach and promote and showcase a lot of the different truth warriors and stuff that are out there, whose either their articles are amazing, or their presence on camera is amazing, or their editing is amazing, or do you know what I mean? Like that, because right now, from my understanding, is that it's like he's working with his crew, but it's hard to keep up with the demand, right? So instead of all the work having to be put on his shoulders and his crew's shoulders, is that there's already all this art and all this like information that's out there. So it's just he's just building the structure to put it out there, which I think is really nice and smart and inspiring, because it has nothing to do with trying to not overshadow, but she's just trying to lift everybody up at the same time,
Right.
So.
It's sort of like maybe I'm going on a stretch on a limb on this, but is he sort of kind of making his own network of truthers, like his own news network of truthers?
Yeah, well, like if you want to compare it, it's kind of as if he's trying to, like there's Planet Infowars, but
Right.
just kind of taking it to the next level. So instead of it just being on the web, like he's gonna have these people come either work for him or work, you know, like there's a lot of different positions, and basically he asked that the submit time is November. I think if I remember correctly, it's November 17th. I think. So, I mean,
Right. Well,
it's-
I just think it's it's great that you're doing this, and he's trying to empower the individual and the groups that are already out there, such as Real News, Courtney Driver, what you've been doing, and obviously Steve Grant, and Resist the Tyranny, and we got the Media Speaks here. So
The Avengers.
it's great to have such a group of we're all very different. So I mean, I think it really. The pun of the show. I mean, I wish Kyle were here to hear this. I'm glad you're here, Batman. But I mean, we're all doing a great job, and Batman, you're doing great there in Gotham City. But Nick Fury, tell me a little bit about your connections to the to the New World Order that I saw in the movie The Avengers. Or when you were sitting down with some of these guys, why didn't you slap them in the face? Why didn't you grab them by the collar and shake them by the head, man? That's what I've been doing.
Keep your friends close, enemies closer. They try to give me all these orders, and I act like that's what I'm gonna do, and then I switch it on them and do my own thing, and then they try to talk some smack, and I'm like, "Hey, Hulk," and then I got it under control. Don't worry about it. I'm just playing those fools. I'm Nick Fury.
And I have to admit, I haven't been completely innocent. I did build that giant NSA spy machine one time, which I took apart. I felt bad. Took it apart. It was a mistake, but I did do it. Not gonna lie about it. I was a little bit googly for a little while there.
You see, but but the difference between you, Batman, and the globalists is once they gain a power, they don't want to get rid of the power. But you create a power for good. But once you realize it has such destructive power, you limit it and you get rid of it. And I mean, that's what needs to happen with these overreaching government policies that are eradicating our rights. So. Yeah. Anybody tuning in, seeing this Justice League Seven Seal Super Special with Courtney Driver knows what we're all about here. But in news, I just wanted to say that there were 18 killed in a car bomb in Afghanistan, roadside bomb. So we still got the longest war in U.S. history going on while we're speaking. Mm-hmm. There was an almost near hit on Fukushima reactor number 4 the other day with another tsunami.
Right. And the Invisible Man knows a lot about that. I think the Invisible Man's going to be joining us here shortly. So if you wanted to continue with the top headline news there, Anthony
He might be joining us already.
Yeah, how would we know?
Okay. Well, yesterday I was going to bring up a couple of different stories.
Go ahead.
Okay. And yesterday there was a... Here, I'm going to go through the syllabus here. But there was something I discovered with Obamacare, if you guys wanted to get into Obamacare a little bit, is that Michelle Obama's Princeton classmate is executive at a company that built Obamacare's website. And I got that off of the Daily Caller, big breaking. Her name's Tony Towns Whitley, and she was a class of 85. She's now the senior vice president of TGI Federal, which earned the no-big contract to build a $678 million failed Obamacare enrollment website at healthcare.gov.
Yeah, and I don't want to hurt Courtney Driver's feelings, but aren't they from Canada?
Oh, there's lots of stuff that comes from Canada.
Okay.
Syrup.
Yeah.
They got really good syrup.
America's no.
But
Maple syrup.
this doesn't surprise me.
Maple syrup.
But no, it doesn't surprise me because that's exactly how the web design industry works. It's who you know, right? So, I mean, a lot of the times, and it's what you know that keeps you there. But I mean, to get your foot in the door, right? Is a lot of it is so and so does web design, whatever. So I'm sure that this is exactly why the website was failing.
Yeah, well, that has nothing to do with crony capitalism, right, Anthony?
Oh, not at all, and it has nothing to do with utilizing your position of power to hook up your friends who are
Your cronies.
I guess she.
Your buddies,
I guess she
your
was part
pals.
of the government. Get this. This makes this even more ironic. She. It says here. Let me go down a little bit here. I think I read somewhere that she was part of the Government Accountability Office, or something like that. So maybe I don't know. I have to read back into that. But if she was, I mean, that shows the type of accountability that our government's keeping on themselves. It's their friends that are doing the accounting, and it's them receiving the back end of the payroll
Right.
once they get hooked up with the $678 million contract to build a crap website.
Yeah, and Kathleen Sebelius was trying to blame the Republicans and the shutdown and how the majority of people in that house, you know, they want her to retire, step down, quit, forfeit, end it all, forget it, leave it alone, don't touch it, just leave the room, get out of here, you're off the team, cut from the Avengers, we don't want you anymore. You did piss poor work, you had 3 years to do it, you had $640 million plus to do it, you had the firm CGI from Canada to do it, you had all that crap and you couldn't do it. Okay? You failed. And then you want to try to say it's because of the Republicans in the House of Representatives? Give me a break, lady. Just goodbye.
I have to agree.
Well,
You don't
Yeah,
see
that-
Captain
that-
America sitting here
I couldn't
today.
have said
Want to
that any
know why?
better,
Because
do I?
Nick Fury said, "You're done, pal. You failed."
I mean Nick
Okay.
Fury. I keep calling.
So when I tell you you're done, pal, you're done.
That's what Nick Fury does.
Uh,
But you can never
Sounds
tell
like
me
Fury
I'm
Road.
done because I'm the Batman. I'm the motherfucking Batman.
Got nothing but respect for you, Batman.
Thank
So
I started
Courtney,
wearing black because of Batman.
you know a lot about web building. If you got $678 million to build a website to handle the United States healthcare, of course it wouldn't be an easy task. I'm not saying it would be. But with that amount of money, you could make it happen, right?
Well, yes and no. If you're not educated enough how to create it properly, then you can build a structure. I mean, I'll give you an example, right? One time I was making a website for a jewelry company, and this was when I was first starting out, okay? And they had about 200 articles of jewelry pieces that they wanted to put onto the site and what have you. And, you know, not naming names or whatever, is that I had no idea in the beginning how much time that there was in order to create the website. So in the beginning, when you're starting, right, a lot of the times what ends up happening is to compensate for the lack of knowledge that you have, you'll take away some of the, like you'll lower what your price is or whatever, right? And the thing that ended up happening to me was that they had been quoted for this website to be done 100 so jewelry things for $20,000. Okay, and
Right.
yeah, which seems ridiculous. Okay, but and then, you know, I was like, oh yeah, I can do it for so much more less than that. So, but anyways, I ended up working very long hours, and you know, realizing actually that it wasn't too far off from that. So, all this to say that you know, first is that if they didn't have the knowledge to do it, then they first of all they should have said, we don't have the capability, capacity, whatever, to handle or make this type of website. Okay, and then.
Well, I'm your old best friend from college. Hook me up, friend.
They
Come on.
should have used Squarespace or Wix.com. Then it would
Yeah,
work
Wix.
fine.
Hey,
Wix
you know what?
really
I just want to say we're rejoined by the Invisible Man. Are you there, Invisible Man?
Where?
You don't see him?
Hello, Courtney Driver. Most excited about hearing about the new movie.
Oh, hello.
There he's not. Invisible Man, great to not see you. How are you doing?
Wonderful to see you as well, Ed. Most wonderful interview the other day. Just yesterday, I was talking with Batman and the Supreme Leader and Captain America. Today, Courtney Driver.
And no Captain America.
She's here. Yep. He's off duty.
Yeah, the Supreme Leader had to go. He was trolling this hangout too much.
Yeah, where's the Supreme Leader?
He's the most annoying bastard.
He's so
I'm most
annoying.
happy that he's not here.
Yeah, he's very irritating.
Maybe he'll interrupt the broadcast again later.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, or else then we have to get the both sides, the two sides.
So, what if I'm sorry about being late. It's so hard to get through the grocery store when the cart is moving by itself. What all have I missed, and how is the movie doing?
Currently it's exporting, and I'm thinking maybe one of the issues why it was too large of a file to upload to Vimeo or YouTube or whatever is because it was in a .mov. So now I'm converting it just to MP4, and instead of trying to upload it directly through Final Cut, I'm going to try just to take the separate file and upload it myself to the site, see if that'll work. And at the same time, I'm going to email.
Yeah.
I'll email
That sounds better.
Yeah, because MP4 should be a lot less heavy.
Well, that's rather interesting because when I did in previous films, I used .mts, and that always uploads as to some strange format when it gets onto YouTube. .mts is also very, very long, very large.
Invisible Man, do you live in some kind of cricket factory or something?
Well, not that I know of. It's probably it's probably my magnetism.
Your magnetic personality, that's what you're saying.
No one can see you, but you're loud as hell.
Well, it is currently. Hold on a minute. Lord, would you be so kind as to move that? Thank you greatly.
No problem. Beyond that, maybe we can play the trailer for the Seventh Seal. Do we have the trailer for the Seventh Seal we can play for anybody watching, so they can get as excited as we are for the film?
Sure. Yeah, give me a minute here. Go ahead and keep going, guys. I'll put it on.
Yeah, just to get anybody watching out there, show them what we're talking about. And you know, the trailer is awesome. I can't wait to see the final cut. And anybody out there can find it. What's your YouTube channel again, Courtney? It's Courtney Driver, right?
No, it's youtube.com. Just one second.
No problem. Yeah, but we and anybody wondering how we connected? Go ahead.
Oh, but it's on Vimeo, right? The trailer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Vimeo trailer. Yeah, and you know what? We should probably make a little link on that.
Have you found more traffic from Vimeo than YouTube? How is Vimeo doing? I have a little bit of experience with Daily Motion, and it gets crickets for traffic.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, here we go. Hold on just 2 seconds here. I'm Nick Fury. How come Vimeo. Well, there's a picture of Courtney right there. Seventh Seal, obviously. Did the same thing yesterday. When I click over, it doesn't play like the first time.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Courtney. Let's see. Oh, we'll play it here on Nick Fury's Facebook page. Let's see. I'm sure you can tell by the look on my face. I'm absolutely captivated. get chills at the end.
Yeah.
Wow.
It looks like it's gonna be awesome.
I'm sure you can tell by the look on me face. I'm absolutely captivated.
I can't wait for that. It's gonna be great.
Yeah,
Hopefully it
wow.
can
What do
be
you guys
uploaded
think of
today.
that?
Is it made up mostly of interviews, or what exactly is the layout of the program?
Actually, what it is, because I got so much great information from you guys, I went and got so many different clips, and what I was originally just going down one path, I realized that I had like gone down three, and that they're all connected. And so the Seventh Seal, this is kind of like a preface to the other two movies that will be coming out. It's kind of setting the structure for how we've gotten to this point where this is even a question, like if we are close to the Armageddon or end of days, or some sort of judgment situation, and the different things that have led up to cause this, and in all aspects, not just the religious kind, because as I was saying earlier, is that I didn't want it to be 100% religious. My personal, I'm just presenting information, and it's not that I'm giving, like, confirming or denying it. It's just, when you look at this, what do you see, and being myself, I'm a big believer in energy, right? And I also believe in God, and I also believe in that there is a devil or evil spirit to balance that, because this is exactly what life is. It's all about balance. You have sun, moon, you have good, bad, up, down. So, it's only logical that, we can see it every day. We don't have to, you can call it whatever you want. It's like...
whether it's a religious, like devil versus angel theory, or just good versus evil, or just negative energy versus positive energy, perhaps.
Yeah.
I think I wanted to know. I think it's the second seal, where it speaks rather openly about the third of the Walters being poisoned. Do you think by any chance that could be Fukushima?
Well, it could be. If I actually believe
if Unit 4 was to topple,
Well, there was a clip, and I found it had to do in China. At one point, their river actually turned red, which is one of the seven seals.
Yes.
So this is to signify that the water is contaminated. The animals dying is also, how many clips have we seen, that there is oceans of just fish and, birds falling from the sky and stuff like this. So, this is my ultimate thing that I stumbled upon when I was looking at it, right? Is that what I found and what I didn't want to have happen is this kind of like mask barrier that came off, for people, where it's kind of like, okay, you either believe in science or you either believe in religion. Like, what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to say is, like, why can't we have both, Because, at one point in time, people who were in religion, they were saying...
those things were more connected before.
Yeah, like, if somebody says something that has to do with science, like, okay, the Earth isn't flat, it's round, right? And then they ended up getting persecuted and died for this. And then on the other extreme, you have people who are religion who are saying, look, the Bible has like foretold these different things, and they're happening, So, like, the fact that you put the stamp of approval on it now that it's happening, and okay, it's okay. But the fact is that it still was like premonition beforehand, like many years before,
Right. One thing I'll point out is that the world currency, isn't that another revelation or one of the seals?
Well, part of it is because exactly this is that it's gonna fall into one world order, and that it's the loss of identity. Because this is another thing that I got onto a topic and I found is that the mark of the beast, for a long time I've thought it was the RFID chip, And actually, it's not necessarily the RFID chip itself. It's what the RFID chip attaches itself to, which is your blood, which is your DNA. Because what I found out, and I've known this, like I've found different clips here and there throughout the years, and kind of like, okay, filed it away, put it there, and you know, the whole thing with the skull and bones. You know, their magic number is, I believe it's 332 or something, or 3. My brain's a little bit fuzzed out, but 3. I think it's 323 or 332 or something. And this is because what they believe, right, is because you have the human genome, which is like the DNA strands. It's 2, and when it's for them, it's 3 because it's. Oh yeah, okay. It's like your right, your left, and at the same time there is like a middle strand. Anyways, and
Right. The helix you're talking about,
yeah,
right?
the helix. Thank you. So basically, they're trying to activate this, and what they created is that an RFID chip is like it has the reader, but inside of it, it takes your blood, and it's
Right.
once that it's connected with your blood, because the whole thing is that it's DNA activation, right? Just to have the chip in you, I mean, that's not going to do anything. But
I can
So,
definitely
Courtney-
see the science behind that. So you're saying that the RFID chip could contribute to altering human DNA? Am I correct?
yeah.
I say don't get it. I say
you know what?
don't
I think
get
that
it.
it kind of goes along with what the Invisible Man was saying about if reactor 4 is poisoning a third of the world. It's very well known that radiation, it does also alter DNA. So along with those two together, that'd be a very big hit, I would say.
It could be. You sort of have to accept the mark of the beast, though, and the Fukushima has sort of been heaped on all of us without any choice at all. Courtney Driver, usually this spot is taken by Osama the Ganji. I suggest you have him send you something he wrote called Risen, Historicity of the Resurrection of Christ. He actually proved that Christ rose from the dead without using the Bible to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, because one of the other interesting things that this is kind of my take after kind of digesting and looking at all the information, right, is that the Bible was written by man, but it's transcribed by God, right? Like, if you look at the Bible, there's numbers and names that are very specific, and the thing that I think is that God's anything that is like quantum in its thought process, right, is that it has to do with music, because the musical notes, or it has to do with numbers, because, you know, like sacred geometry, just like Fibonacci numbers, all of this, anybody who's had an idea or a sense of how to create and engineer the different stuff in the world, is that they're very good in understanding these things, you know. And even God, part of it in the Bible, he says, you know, like those who don't have knowledge, that, like, to me, good and evil is not necessarily, you know, if somebody's wearing how to say it, it's more knowledge. Knowledge is either knowledge is good or lack of knowledge is evil, you know, because then you just create your own personal hell and you can't get free of it.
That is the one section that I hope people would rewind and listen to quite frequently on this, because there are a lot of people, they're like 15 years old, they're listening to Deicide and they're thinking that they're Satanists. The truth is they don't know anything about either side whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Right, guys, I'm getting messages. I'm getting...
Well, usually they're just mad because their parents raised them as a strict Christian, and they're just kind of pissing back on it. You know, death metal.
Indeed, yes,
If you wear a pentagram in a shirt, it doesn't make you satanic. It's your action. I think it's your actions and your intent in life, personally.
Yeah.
And I personally am not too much of a religious person personally, but I can see where you guys are coming from, and I do believe there is good and evil. I can at least say that, and because I've witnessed it, and especially with what we're dealing with, the powers that be that control our governments.
Yeah. And it's
there
up to you
a lot more behind that. And you were going to say something about someone typing, D-Like. Go ahead.
Well, it's up to you. It's up to you to choose a side between good and evil. Yeah, I'm getting messages from Batman. Okay.
Batman.
Yeah. Batman's got to go fight crime. Batman's hosting the show. I'm glad Batman had Nick Fury on because that only adds to the awesomeness of the whole program because that's how Batman and I like to do it. But Batman, thank you for having me on the show. And why don't you let everyone give their little wrap-ups, Batman, before you go fight crime?
All right, well, if everybody wants to just do a wrap-up, it's been a really, really great show. So, Courtney, if you would like to tell people where they can find you and where to find the movie once it's uploaded and all that.
I'm going to be sending a link out because I need to get it uploaded to Vimeo. So as soon as I'm able to get that under control, it'll be at realnews.co. It's at 60%, so I'm going to be sending the MP4 to you guys. Hopefully, maybe you can upload it to the Media Speaks. And I'll also be posting the link on Facebook. So.
Great.
Excellent.
So we'll all be sharing that.
Yeah.
Definitely. On my bad page. So, Invisible Man, would you like to do a quick little wrap-up and say where people can find you and maybe the person whose house you're in?
I want to give a shout out to Samabay Deganji. I've been currently on vacation with him, and I must say he's like nobody I've ever seen before, which is funny because he says the same thing about me. I did want to say real quick, Courtney, I hope you have all the luck in the world. Invisible Man probably won't be back again until April Fool's Day, and of course we all need me then. But I wanted you to know that Sam supports everything that you do all the time, and he rushed home like a crazy person just so that we could all be here.
Yeah, thanks, Invisible Man, for doing that.
I wanted to say a huge thank you to you guys. I also wanted to say thank you also for the support because I also noticed that you have the Real News as affiliate on the Media Speaks, and this is really nice, and thank you. So, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And of course, to listeners, we haven't lost our minds here at the Media Speaks. It is Halloween time. In case this is watched later, and they're gonna wonder what the hell we were doing. Halloween.
That's great. Yeah, you know what? We hope to have more of a connection with you. We hope to do more projects together. Courtney Driver, you've been doing a great job. Just the trailer alone had me at the edge of my seat. I do apologize for not submitting something a little more hastily. And anybody could find Courtney Driver's work through our affiliate page, but I'm sure we'll be posting it on the main site.
Oh, yes.
And I'll just say the Supreme Leader.
They will be.
The Supreme Leader wanted me to tell you guys it was an awful show and he doesn't support what you're doing, but screw him anyway. I do, and I think you guys are out there to make a difference, and that's what it's all about. Become part of the media, and anybody watching can do that. Join our broadcasts. Go to the website, themediaspeaks.com. Go to our subscribe below. I mean, that really helps us out. Share this video if you thought it was interesting. And that's pretty much it. We've been putting out reports. There's going to be a lot more coming out. So stay tuned for that. And spread the knowledge and spread the know, as I always say. Go ahead, Nick Fury.
Hey, all I got to say is thanks for having me on today. Love hanging out with all you guys, especially Batman, my favorite. I'm Nick Fury. And I'm the leader of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Avengers, and I'm in like every movie, and it's only because I'm so awesome. But have a great day, everybody.
Yep.
Definitely. Thanks for everybody.
Seal.
Courtney, did you want to say one more thing before we go?
Yeah, realnews.com, 7th Seal, Media Speaks.
Yeah. Well, thank you for fumbling through this whole process. It's actually the first time I try to make such a big movie in such a short time frame. So it's nice to know that like for the support wise and everything like this, you know, because exactly like this, it's up and down, right? So just a huge thank you, and I'll keep you posted.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I'm Batman. You can find me at batman.com, and you can find all the awesome things from the Media Speaks at themediaspeaks.com and the mediaspeaks.com on YouTube. All of the guys' channels who let us take over their show. Constant Injustice, Correct Views, David Lake, The Media is here, and themediaspeaks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and fear me.